First of all, I think, and we have all seen lately in the World Cup tournaments and every possible tournament, that Ghana has a huge potential with its talent, but not all of the time we see these talents in Europe. So our fear as a scouts is that talents will just go unnoticed, and that's the purpose of this tournament, to let the players, that's why it's called showcase tournament, to let the talents showcase their abilities, the skills to the scouts who came from Europe, including me, and to let them prove themselves and give them opportunities because they deserve that. And I think there is a huge potential here. We've seen it during this tournament, and a lot of great football, just top talents. Well, each scout has his own perspective, the things that he looks for. For example, I look for certain things. If we talk about Africa, I look for physique, for speed, for talent on the ball, and each scout has his own parameters, and of course it depends from each country. For example, in Netherlands there is a specific style of football, Spain, France, etc. So I also think this helps the talents, because if I, for example, think that I don't like some player, but he can be good for another style. And for example, someone comes from Germany, and yeah, he likes this player, this profile. So the variety of scouts that coming is good for the players and the teams. Well, I think that the first move to Europe is always quite cheap. It's not like moving between Europe or the later moves. For example, I call it the first move, second move, third move. For example, if a player moves from an academy in Ghana to Cyprus, for example, so the fee will be quite low. But if he moves from Cyprus, for example, to Southampton or some other Premier League club, then the fees will be higher. For example, if Kudus moves tomorrow to a club in England, so you will see the price waking up. So I think it's different in Europe or in Africa. The fees are extremely different. That's why also scouts like to come here, because the value for money is quite high. The things I like the most are related to intelligence. For example, the way you communicate. Not only talking, but also how you read the space and how you interrupt this with movements of the pitch. For example, if you are a midfielder and you move like sideways to free up space in the middle, these are things that I look for. And for example, decisions on the ball, and yeah, as I said, on the ball skills. So this is the thing that are eye-catching for me. Also, yeah, as I mentioned, athleticism and everything. So I kind of building the ultimate profile of a player, calculating it, writing everything down, and then I see in different matches which players catch my eye. And there are a lot, I can promise you. I think the decision making, because there are many players who have on the ball skills, but they are not showing associativeness in display. So for example, if you take just a player who trains alone at home, and yeah, he has amazing technique, but he doesn't know how to interact with teammates, he doesn't know attacking movements, shapes, so it will be hard to building within the collective. I prefer players who can decide good on the ball and move the play forward, rather than just players who can dribble really nice. And I believe in the combination, because the combination, this shows the greatest talents you can look for. Those who are both intelligent and gifted on the ball. I don't want really to mention names, but I think that the outstanding one is of course the West African Football Academy, WAFA. You can see that they implement training methods of Red Bull Salzburg. They're pressing, the way they jump on players, and they're also so good on the ball. It looks like they play with each other for a few years, and it's true. And that's why their players are just can always go forward. They are making good decisions in most of the times. And yeah, of course, they are the best talents in the tournament, but there are also great talents in other teams. Even if they don't win the games, there are always 1, 2, 3 players, individuals who impress you. And I hope that it will continue to be so.